Thank you, Ladi and Ijoma. Well, we are now live in Victoria Island in that will be Victoria Garden City in Lekki area of Lagos State. We're exactly at the VGC premises where the point at which we're having a polling unit, a PU in place, where we expected by this time a lot of people would have come in to cast their votes, but for the postponement of the elections a week ahead by INEC, that is not actually happening now. So it's just deserted. I'm in the heart of the polling unit here in VGC, but I'm not alone. I'm with the presidential candidate of the Alliance for New Nigeria, Mr. Fela Durotoye, who is joining us to have a quick discussion. I do sincerely thank you for being patient and waiting for us to this time to get to you, to get your views about how INEC has been able to conduct itself. Now we know that the elections have been postponed for a week. Does that surprise you though?
Well, no, that's the answer. It doesn't surprise me, but I'm disappointed. We're really angry at the fact that a lot of people have wasted money going to different places because the system was broken. People that were trying to change their location and do transfers of their voting polling units were not able to do so. So we're really very, very, very angry as a people right now. And we're angry because it's the same thing that happens every election year. APC, PDP, they may be trying to play games with our minds and trying to get us to forget things, but this is what's been happening every election year. Whether it was 2015, this same thing happened. Whether it was 2011. We're not dealing with political parties, we're dealing with a political system that is broken. And that is why it is time for Nigerians to wake up and decide that enough of this disgrace. This is a national disgrace. This is a national, a global disgrace. The eyes of the world are on us. Just yesterday, CNN, Christian Amampo was talking about Nigerian elections. BBC, everybody's looking to Nigeria. And look at what it is. This is a shame. This is a disgrace. We Nigerians are disappointed and we're angry. And I believe that this is the wake-up call for Nigerians to decide that this, you know what? Enough of this old system that produces the same results, regardless of which political party it seems to be. There is really only one political party. My name is Fela Durotoye. Those are two names, Fela and Durotoye, but I'm talking about one person. APC and PDP are really two names for one political party. Just one last thing very quickly, Nimba. We must remember that, you know, when I was younger, we used to do these things. I don't know whether some of you remember it in the newspapers. It was called Join the Dots, right? And if you see it, they will have dots that don't make sense, but until you begin to draw the lines and then join the dots, then a picture emerges. What we are seeing today is a natural result of what the entire political class has done to us. Remember that it was this APC majority legislators, or I call them legislators, that actually did not approve the budget.
But
Remember,
we must be careful with the choice of words that we use, because these are people who are elected into office, so giving them the benefit of the doubt, we must respect that. But looking at how the situation has panned out to this time, perhaps INEC needs this time to really go back to the drawing boards to address some of those concerns as some people submit. But to you, don't you think that INEC really should be given this chance to try to fix things, just so that we have an election that is seen to be credible, free, fair, and devoid of any excuses, if you will?
well, if the excuses were producing different results every electoral cycle, will say, well, maybe INEC needs to be doing this and that. Every election cycle, it's the same result. It's the same thing. That we always say that we're not ready. We had 4 years to prepare for an election. We're not ready. We would say that, oh, for logistical purposes, sometimes they would say it's security, at other times they would say it's logistics. This is the point. And I think this is what we need to do. Let's stop trying to make excuses for a system that does not work. A system that produces the same results. We can use different things to say, oh, let INEC. We are seeing a system that disappoints us. We are seeing a system that does not have the capacity to learn. This is not the first time Nigerians are running elections. This is not the first time we are disappointed. Somebody once said to me earlier this morning, he said, look, but you know that they would always postpone elections. Why are you disappointed? I said, well, I'm disappointed because we haven't learned. That's why I'm disappointed. But more importantly, I'm angry that INEC is now postponing on the day of the elections. But guess what? They did that also in 2015. So one can say, again, they have not learned from it. Now, what we need to do is to get our brightest and best people in every single agency so that they can do the things that work. We are the only country. We are the only country that are still postponing elections on the day of elections. The whole world has gotten it right. What is it that we can't get right?
But INEC on its own has said that it is ready for the elections, and the chairman of INEC, as a matter of fact, did come out to say that we're going to see one of the best elections yet in this country. To this point, it would seem to suggest that even though a lot of people complain that that may be falling short, but we cannot run away from the fact that those sensitive materials of INEC were attacked. It couldn't have been, and analysts said that it couldn't have been from INEC itself. INEC cannot be sabotaging itself. Where is this coming from?
It is a system, and I keep explaining, the moment we take our eyes off the system, we'll miss it. Because you try and isolate INEC, and then you try and isolate the security, and then you try and isolate the political class, the legislators. If you say I shouldn't call them legislators, it's okay, I won't call them that. But we have to remember that there was a funding problem for INEC. That funding problem was caused by the people, the majority of which are in the party of the government, in government today, APC majority, and of course now a PDP-led, as it were, opposition that was and still is in power in the legislature. So we cannot remove the fact that they did not fund INEC on time. Anybody that does project management will understand the role of project funding in the success of the outcomes of your project. Now, you know, this is what it is that is surprising me, is that we keep talking around these things as if they are not linked. They are linked. The reason why we did not have elections today is that the people in the legislature did not pass the budget. The reason why we did not have the elections today is that INEC did not do the project management well. The reason why we did not have the elections today is that Nigerians voted in the same people that disappointed them in the last elections and the previous elections, and we are expecting a different result. So for me, I think this is a wake-up call. Every Nigerian must say it is enough. We must end this shame and disgrace. We must end this disappointment and what I call this election, elect and regret. Let us go for a new political system, a new generation of people who have a completely different mindset, who have an excellent mindset, who have a transparent mindset, people who will do things with integrity. These old guys have failed us. We are seeing it now. The old political class has failed us. It is time for a new Nigeria, and it is time for Nigerians to wake up and choose a new Nigeria come Saturday. And I represent that new Nigeria. I'm sure there are other people who do so, but wisely. Alliance for New Nigeria, I would say, and I know that Lad is probably going to say that's advertising, but Alliance for New Nigeria is committed to delivering that new Nigeria.
Now, we're at this point where we have just a week to the presidential elections. What would you say INEC should do differently this time around to try to see that those shortfalls, those shortcomings that have been recorded, INEC is able to get past that?
Well, I would say that you do what every good project management team should do. You know, you're going to look at and be very clear-eyed about what you have to do. Open your eyes and say, what were the problems? Where were the sources of those problems? What do we need to do to fix it? And how do we link all of these things together? So, you know, there are about 4 or 5, there's nothing we can do about the past, right? For instance, the fact that they were not funded on time does not solve the problem. Do we have enough funds to be able to execute? Number 2, how can we protect? What's the best place to protect our materials going forward? Number 3, INEC must give the opportunity to all the people who did not get their PVCs to get their PVC now. This is very important because we have seen a new generation of people who are arising and saying we want a new reality, we want a new Nigeria. And these guys they were disenfranchised when it was time for registration, voter registration. INEC said they didn't have the funding, and then they even cut the registration way before the normal time, which is 100 days before. Well, that one went there. Then number two, they were disenfranchised when it was time to get their PVCs. Go all over the place. People can't get their PVCs. Now they've got some of the people who've got their PVCs. They've been disenfranchised, especially the students. They don't even know whether they're going to be in school or out of school. It's And then the last one is all of this disappointment. So my point is this: let's get this right. INEC needs to do what is right and get an excellent team of people, project managers, to come in and help INEC do project management. If INEC is saying at this time, at 3 a.m. on the day...
Do you think a week is enough for INEC to get prepared?
I don't think so. If you ask me, I don't think so. I mean, the previous time it was moved by 6 weeks. I don't think that the kind of systemic failures that we're seeing in the system today can be remedied in 1 week. So I still think that 1 week from now, we're going to be disappointed again. But this is one of the things. My prediction is no matter what they do, we must be disappointed, yes, but not be discouraged. Everyone out there, this is the price of a new Nigeria. This is our labor pains in giving birth to a new nation. This is what we have to do to get a new reality. We're tired of this disappointment. We're tired, right?
Do you believe that for the greater good, INEC had to take this step?
Look, it wouldn't have worked anyway, because if there was logistics failure, it would have. So it's not about the greater good. There is no greater good that can come out of a bad situation. The situation is bad. The people, the players are bad. Let us deal with the issues. The issue is an old political system that is broken, constantly disappoints us every election cycle. We see it all the time. Don't isolate this one. Understand that it's the old political system, and we need a new Nigeria where there will be clear things. Number one, we would have people who have integrity, people who are excellent in the places of authority, and more importantly, we would have voting on time, we would have registrations, we will use technology to make sure that it is easy for people to register, to get their voting, and number three, we will have diaspora voting. This is a commitment that we are making by Alliance for New Nigeria and for the New Nigeria. Nigerians, listen, please, wake up. And I keep saying to you, let's get out of this coma. We are seeing this guy. Stop letting them play us around and talk about, this is a political party. It's not a political party. That's why they keep producing the same results and all of us keep dancing around the same chairs. This is a political system. These old politicians must be wiped out, not by your votes, and then bring in a new generation of what I call nation builders. Take politics out of governance, bring nation building into governance, and we will have excellence again. We need to do this. Wake up. I'm pleading with you. Wake up. For those of you who have not gotten your card, go and look for your card. Everybody that is saying, look, I'm not going to vote, I don't want to waste my time, everything you have wasted, in fact, let me tell you what a true waste of time is. That you invested your time preparing for this election, then next time you say you are not going to do it because you were disappointed last time. That would make this a waste of time. A waste of money is every money that you spent trying to prepare for this election. You're traveling, you're everything, right? That will be a waste of money if you don't come out next time. I need you to please wake up. Nigerians, I'm begging you, wake up. This is the time to get this old political class guys out of the system. Vote for a new Nigeria. Vote for Alliance for New Nigeria. It's number 14 on the ballot box. It's time. It's time for a new nation.
As you said, Ladi might say that.
No, but this is also Ladi's country. This is Ladi's country. We are all suffering. We're all suffering.
Campaign for your party, but we must sincerely thank you, Mr. Fela Durotoye, the candidate of Alliance for New Nigeria, for talking to us on Channels Television here on the program The Verdict. Now, Ladi and Ijoma, you've all heard from the candidate of the ANN, Mr. Fela Durotoye, and how passionate he is about that very key element that everyone should go out at the end of the day to try to see that even though we have a postponed election, they still be part of the process, and hoping that INEC will come out, because we're expecting much later, around 2 p.m. rather, later today, that they will be briefing. Hopefully they will also look at the possibility of extending the collection of PVCs and letting more people to collect their PVCs within the very limited time, if you will. It's now back to you in the studios from Victoria Garden City here in Lagos. Gimba Umar, basically. I'm back to you guys in the studios.
Thank you. Those guys, I don't think they were able to wait. We have to. Guys,
I saw the man was around. He came back.
Okay, guys. So you guys,
Most of the guys play football.
unfortunately, I mean, this is our time to steal Gimba for a bit, right? But
let me
look,
have myself before I lose this opportunity now. Finally, when the new order arrives.
no, Gimba, that new order comes with new. You and I will continue to do our selfies. We have regular media chats. No, you have to let's get the logo.
Okay, that's it. And then the verdict. Great.
All right, so guys, I mean, we're live streaming. This is Gimba Umar, one of the superstars in the news industry, and from channels and look, you know what? Again, I'm sure that you literally overheard our own. We need a new system. That new system will produce consistently results that are excellent, that we can be proud of. Right now, the old system is constantly producing the same result, regardless of the political party. As long as the political system is the same, it's a political system that is based on people who are not excellent, people who are selfish, people who are just stealing our money. Like these legislators, they didn't let me really call them out online because Gimba was trying to say to me to protect. But these guys, we must remember when it was time to fund INEC to pass the budget, they didn't pass the budget. Now they're trying to separate themselves from the outcomes. These outcomes are tied to the same things that they did before. It is time to wipe off all of these guys. It's time for a new Nigeria. It's time for a new order. In the new Nigeria, and it's not far. We're just one step away. It's one vote away. In that new Nigeria, excellence will be the order of the day. Merit will be the order of appointments. People will stop being disappointment. You will be pleasantly surprised. The world will look at us with pride. We would see where technology works for us as it works for every other nation. We are not the first people to do elections. Why are we behaving as if election has to be different in Nigeria? And then PDP will try and behave as if it is APC that failed. Whereas PDP and APC, all of them together are one party that failed us. And they failed us for the last 20 years. Guys, wake up. It is time for a new Nigeria. It is time for you to call every single person that had said that they were not going to vote. You are going to call them and ensure that this next Saturday, they are coming out in hordes. We cannot give this nation the way it is to our children. But we cannot expect more from these people. They are consistent in disappointing us. So let us stop being surprised by their disappointment. Let us now go and give them a pleasant surprise by voting for a new Nigeria. Vote for Alliance for New Nigeria. I am committed. You know me. I've been on this journey preaching excellence, teaching excellence, living excellence, delivering excellence for so long. We will always get an excellent team by merit. These are the values of Alliance for New Nigeria. Transparency, integrity, excellence, merit. Guys, not who know man, not who is appointing because of who know who. I'm just feeling the pain. Look at NYSC students. It's lying down on the floor, sleeping on the floor, no cover. This is our future. This is our nation. And we can't even take care of our people. Then we expect them, when we travel abroad, that anybody will treat us with respect. Nobody treats people with respect when where you are coming from, they treat you with disdain. No one will treat you with respect. So we need to please get these people out of the way. They don't have anything to offer us. Let's go for a new Nigeria. Let's vote Alliance for New Nigeria. We will not disappoint ourselves. God bless you, guys, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Next week, Saturday, come out. If you don't come out, if you say, look, I came out the last time, I don't want to be disappointed again, then you would have wasted your time. If you traveled and you refuse to travel again, then you would have wasted your money. Everything you have given up till now is a sacrifice required to build a new Nigeria. Every labor, every child comes through labor pains. A new Nigeria is coming through our labor pains right now. Bear, hold on. God bless you guys. We will deliver. We will deliver and we will tell the stories. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.